Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology. In the past few days, I have been discussing on the recycle of momentum, which is based on the Shaolin short strike riding with many Wing Chun friends around the world. And many of our Wing Chun friends is telling me that footwork in Wing Chun is very difficult to learn, and one need to take decades, if not years, to study, to just learn it. And then many things comes up, such as the Fa Jing in Wing Chun and all sort of stuff. And after I have all these discussions, I decide to make the following 3 videos to share with you the ancient short strike basic, including the momentum, from the beginning to the momentum, the biomechanics handling or development. It's not that difficult to learn. You put a 6 months on it, you will be able to learn it. It's not like some friends say, footwork with is very difficult to learn, it needs decades. While he have no idea on momentum. What is momentum? So I like to share with you these 3 parts. Okay, I'm going to make 3 videos for this. The short strike Wing Chun biomechanics development. Without this, it's hopeless one can do the shadow boxing. Not talk about the fighting. Okay, just for shadow boxing, if one don't have this, one will not be able to do it properly. So without this, one is just going to get aggressive and trying to apply the techniques such as Tanda, all those kind of stuff, but really not develop the art similar to the ancient short strike or ancient Shaolin is teaching. So I want to share with you all in today's language, so everybody can get it, everybody can learn it. Now if you want details on it, you can go read my book for the Wing Chun Matrix and Wing Chun Inceptions, Basic Wing Chun, Beginning Wing Chun. You can get all the details. But in this 3 video, which is coming, including this one, you will see what it is. Only we know exactly what it is, we can develop it. Only we develop it, we can teach. Otherwise, we are sitting down there guessing, like mind power, like Fa Jing, but nobody knows what the heck it is. So how is one going to develop it? So whatever need 6 months to develop, as for the beginner, at least we know what the heck it is. It takes a lifetime to guess. And it's already happened that way in traditional Chinese martial arts. That's why now, in these few days, if you watch like Xi Xiaodong and this Tai Chi guy from Taiwan, what do you call it? Try to challenge Xi Xiaodong and all mess. And then you can see the Ma Bao Guo come out with his Chinese Kung Fu and everybody laugh at it. It's in the news. We don't want that happen with Wing Chun, okay? So we want every Wing Chuner be able to do it, so that you know what it is, okay, and not going out of the blue. See, Wing Chun is not Western boxing. Wing Chun is not BJJ. Wing Chun is not Kyokushin. Wing Chun short strike have its characteristic. We're not saying that who is better, but they have its characteristic. And if we practice Wing Chun, we need to develop the body mechanics. Otherwise, how the world are we going to play the game of Wing Chun? If we can't even play the game of Wing Chun, how can we play with our other friends, such as the Western boxing friend and so forth? Because we have no idea what it is. So it end up like this Tai Chi guy in Taiwan who challenged Xi Xiaodong these few days. Okay, so this is the 22nd of August 2020. You know, go look at the news, and it becomes really funny. Okay, so 3 videos I'm going to share with you. The first video is on the breathing and the mobility, stability, and the dynamic mobility development for Wing Chun. Okay, not for other arts, for basic Wing Chun. Short strike, according to ancient. If you want to implement whatever the short strike of the Shaolin canon, you better have this kind of basic. So the first is in today's language, okay, the breathing and the mobility, stability, dynamic mobility. The second video is about the Jing, Fa Jing, what the heck it is. Cardio, which is related to those type of training, and then endurance, strength, power. This is the second video. So to show you that what is it in today's language, and anybody can get it within hours. At least be able to know what it is, so that you know how to train, how to develop that. It's not all this fudging, mind power, blah blah blah. And how is that related to endurance? I don't know. How are you going to go really use it in the real life if you don't know that? And then the third one is the static recycle of momentum and the dynamic recycle of momentum. And of course, it's involved your core, your footwork, and so forth. So there's 3 videos, okay? So again, if you want to know the details, go read my books. Okay, so here I try to be really clear-cut, tell you to the point what the heck it is. And only if we have developed whatever in these 3 videos, then we can think about, we can go shadow boxing, we can do sparring. Otherwise, one is not even trained. Okay? Now, in this video, we are going to talk about breathing and the stability, mobility, and dynamic mobility. So what is breathing? What if you cannot breathe? We couldn't even exercise, right? So like it or not, in Shaolin Short Strike riding, as in my book Wing Chun Matrix, you need to have deep breathing. In the Wing Chun Matrix, I call that the 2C state. Well, deep breathing is not that difficult, but you don't want to stand in Iji Kameoma this way. You want to stand with your weight outside, in the outside. You stand normally, usually. You put it like that, with a little bend knee, because you loose up your body, and your tongue is on your roof of the mouth, and you naturally be able to breathe deep. So this is how you develop the breathing in Xiu Lim Tao, 1850s. Xing Qi to Dan Tian is what people call it. Big deal. It's just like doing that. Okay? And if you do that, your breathing is deep. Today we can use this fitness watch to check our heart rate. See how it decreases because we relax, our breathings get longer, so forth. So that's what it is, breathing, okay? Not something like watching the movie, like you Taoists, you're Buddhist. Forget about all these things. It's just simple like this. Standing in a parallel stand, put your weight outside, relax your body, and let the body, the breathing by itself, become a diaphragmatic breathing. And the more you practice, the more it go deeper, and you can verify it with your fitness watch. Okay? Now, that's the first thing. Without knowing breathing, if your breathing is here, tense the heck out of it, breathing is here, it's become panting. Okay, so the Chinese don't want that. The ancient Chinese don't want that. The Shaolin short strike don't want that. That's why in particular said it has to be low abs breathing. If you don't have low abs breathing, you cannot handle your lower part of the body. In addition to you cannot breathe. Okay? So that's the simple stuff. Now, another thing is, in today's term, the body mechanics, mobility, stability, and dynamic mobility. What if I don't have mobility, I cannot move? If I don't have stability, I have tough time to keep my movement consistent or stable. And if I do not have dynamic mobility, I couldn't even move my body. Okay? So in Wing Chun, in ancient, we know that we are using this to train, to develop this stability, mobility, dynamic mobility. In today's words, it is called warm-up stretching, so that we make sure our entire body is handled properly without then endanger or injure ourselves. So in the ancient, what usually people do is like grabbing here, you drawing a circle. Now you see the develop the back and the body and so forth. Okay? And then we get into the other side doing the same, which is to activate, to have a dynamic mobility with activate different muscle. Okay? So this is a circle for this, circle for this, circle with the hand inside there, reverse hand. And then we do something like that. Okay, another type of dynamic mobility. Notice that my body is moving now. Okay, or the strike like the sun punch. Okay, the mobility there. Okay, you don't use a lot of force. You just make sure the body is function properly in terms of dynamic mobility. So it's mobile, it's stable. You can do dynamic mobility. Like you exercising the gear or the wheel of your car. So make sure that nothing stuck, everything is smooth. Okay? And of course, you're going to do something like that. Okay? And of course, it's going to do something like that because this type of movement is what you use in Wing Chun. Right? So that's about the development of the dynamic mobility. And of course, you can go Guai Ma doing all this kind of stuff because you're going to use this in Wing Chun short strike. Now in today's world, you don't need this. You can get a yoga band, you can do the same thing. Right? Reverse, doing the same thing. Reverse, you can doing the same thing. Just using a yoga band. So the breathing and this body dynamic mobility, it needs to be developed in the first stage before you put other thing in. Okay? So this is how simple it is. So this is to share with you today with this. And then next time I'm going to share the Fa Jing stuff, what the Xing Qi to Dan Tian, and this endurance, power, strength, what the heck it is. Using today's language and today's tools. It's like this. If you don't have a ring, Wing Chun ring, at home you just get your belt. You don't have a yoga band, you just get your belt and you put it this long and then you do all this thing and see how different part of your body activate and how you manage your body. Because you need that in your Wing Chun, like even when you do your sets, you need all this type of dynamic mobility to support your sets. Not to mention when you want to using the Wing Chun in boxing, in the shadow sparring and sparring. Okay? So this is what I'd like to share with you today.